Buying a home. Wow. It is one of the biggest, most exciting, and maybe a little terrifying decisions you'll ever make. It's a huge milestone, a massive investment, and for so many people, it's the beginning of a brand new chapter in life. So let's dive in and break down this modern guide to making it all happen.
We're going to frame this whole thing a little differently. Instead of some stressful, complicated transaction, let's think of it as a quest, an adventure, one with a really great prize at the end, the keys to your very own place. So, you ready to start the adventure?
And I get it. Looking at the path from the beginning, it can feel winding, overwhelming even. You've got lenders, agents, contracts, inspections. It's a lot. But the whole point here is to give you that map, to break this journey down into clear, manageable stages so you can navigate it like a pro. We're going to walk through this whole quest in 5 key stages. First, getting prepared. Then, understanding the market. Next, crafting that winning offer. Then, navigating all the final hurdles to closing. And finally, what life is actually like after you get the keys.
All right, first things first. Every great quest starts with preparation, right? You wouldn't just start climbing a mountain without the right gear, and you definitely shouldn't start hunting for a house without having your tools and your team ready to go.
This quote just nails it, and it points to the single most important first step you can take, getting pre-approved for a loan. Seriously, think of it this way. Without pre-approval, you're kind of just window shopping, but with it, you're a serious contender. It shows a seller you're for real and have the financial power to back it up. In a competitive market, that can make all the difference.
Next, you need to create your own personal map. This is where you get really honest and separate your absolute must-haves, your non-negotiables, from your firm wishes. Non-negotiables are the total deal breakers, the price you can't go over, the number of bedrooms your family needs. Firm wishes? Those are the "it would be amazing if" items, like a pool or that perfect view. Getting this clear from the start keeps your search focused so you don't get distracted.
Okay, so you've got your financing in order and you know exactly what you're looking for. Now it's time to actually step into the arena and understand the landscape, because the market itself, it's got its own set of rules.
First up, you have to know what kind of market you're walking into. Is it a buyer's market or a seller's market? A buyer's market is like a huge department store sale. Tons of options, fewer shoppers, which means you have the negotiating power. A seller's market is the exact opposite. Think trying to get tickets for the hottest concert of the year. Homes sell in a flash, often with multiple offers, and the sellers are the ones calling the shots. Knowing the difference is totally fundamental to your strategy.
So how can you tell which is which? Well, the pros use a metric called the absorption rate. It sounds complicated, I know, but the idea is actually super simple. Just ask this question. If no new homes were listed for sale starting today, how long would it take to sell every single house currently on the market? That number in months tells you pretty much everything you need to know.
And here's what that looks like in the real world. This chart tracks the absorption rate for a whole year. Now, the magic number is 6 months. Anything over 6 months, and you're in a buyer's market. But as you can see here, the rate is consistently way under 4 months, sometimes even dipping below 2. That is a screaming sign that it's a strong seller's market. Homes are getting snatched up way faster than they're being listed.
So you've done your prep, you understand the market, and then you see it. The house. Now comes the climax of your quest, crafting an offer that the seller simply can't refuse. This is where strategy is absolutely everything.
Let's talk about what I call zero-regret strategies, starting with the finances. Your goal is to erase any and all doubt for the seller. A full loan approval is so much stronger than just a pre-approval. And here's a total power move. Have your lender personally call the seller's agent to vouch for you. Oh, and in a bidding war, you can use something called an escalation clause. It automatically outbids other offers by a little bit, up to a maximum price you set, which means you make your best offer without accidentally overpaying.
But you know what? It's not always about having the most money. These contract strategies can be just as powerful. Offering a free rent back that lets the seller stay in the home for a few weeks after closing, that can be a massive stress reliever for them. A shorter inspection period shows you're serious and you're not going to waste their time. These little details show you're thinking about their needs, and that can make all the difference.
Your offer was accepted. Yes, congratulations. But the quest isn't quite over yet. Now you enter what's called the under contract period, and this phase is packed with critical steps and deadlines that get you to that finish line. This timeline is basically your 30-day roadmap to the finish line. It kicks off immediately with your earnest money deposit. That's your good faith payment. Then in the first week or so, you'll get your home inspection done. Around the halfway point, the lender orders an appraisal to make sure the home is worth what you're paying. And in that final week, you'll review any HOA docs and do one last walkthrough. And then it's closing day. Every step is a crucial checkpoint on your way to getting those keys.
Okay, the home inspection is your chance to really look under the hood. A professional inspector gives the house a full physical, checking for all the hidden problems you'd never see, from the foundation all the way up to the roof. This report is your power. It's your leverage to negotiate repairs, or, in a worst-case scenario, it's your get-out-of-jail-free card to walk away from a bad deal.
Title insurance is basically your shield against the property's past. A title company does a deep dive into the home's history to make sure the seller has the legal right to actually sell it to you. It protects you from crazy surprises, like an old lien from a contractor or a long-lost relative who suddenly claims they own the place. It's a one-time fee that protects your ownership for as long as you have the home.
Now, don't confuse this with homeowner's insurance. Insurance covers big disasters, fires, floods, that kind of thing. A home warranty is for the stuff that breaks down from just normal use. Your air conditioner dies in the middle of a heat wave. Your dishwasher just gives up. The warranty helps cover the cost to repair or replace it. It's truly peace of mind for your budget.
You did it. You have the keys. The big quest is over. But in so many ways, a whole new journey is just getting started. Being a homeowner means being the caretaker of your investment.
From day one, I want you to start a home ownership archive. This is not just a pile of junk mail. It's a vital record of your biggest asset. Keep your inspection report, the property survey, every single receipt for repairs or improvements, and especially your closing documents, your deed, and your title policy.
So why does this all matter? Well, down the road, when you go to sell, the cost of all those major improvements can actually lower the taxes you have to pay on your profit. These documents are your proof. And yeah, on a more practical level, it's also just super handy for remembering simple things, like what was that perfect paint color you used in the living room?
And with that, you've done it. You navigated the winding path, you prepared, you strategized, and you overcame every single hurdle. You finally reached your destination.
The structure is yours, and the journey to get here is complete. But the real adventure of living, of making memories, of turning that house into a home, that's all just getting started. So what story are you going to build?